Soulful shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, this some soulful shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made this be myself, so hear me. Woo! I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. There's some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah. It's in their bones, the thugs in harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse with only few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
Welcome back to the channel, people. We are back in the building with another Barcelona preview for this weekend's game against Real Betis. Guys, make sure you are smashing the like, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. So, obviously, like I said, Real Betis obviously coming up against Barcelona. Real Betis have been in really good form, and they're currently sitting 6th in La Liga at the time of this video. Barcelona, as we know, 3 points clear at the top of the table. Both teams coming to this game in really, really good form. I mean, Real Betis literally beat, a big rival game against Sevilla. Won that game 2-1, 3-2 their previous score before that, 4-0, 1-0, drew 2-2. And Barcelona coming into this game on the back of 5 wins. I believe they are now unbeaten. I want to say, is it 19 or 20 games that Barcelona unbeaten in? You know, they're on a crazy, crazy run at this current moment in time. Really, really good from Barcelona. Really, really good from Real Betis. And the way that Manuel Pellegrini's got these guys kind of playing this season, I've watched a couple of their games and I thought, you know what? They actually look like the last few games between Barcelona and Real Betis. It's been all Barcelona. I won't lie to you. It's been all Barcelona, bar the 2-2 in La Liga back in December. Other than that, I mean, we beat them 5-1 in the Copa del Rey, 4-2 before that, 5-0, 4-0. So, listen, I think this should be a game. I'm going to predict that Barcelona should be, coming into this game. First of all, they'll be full of confidence regardless, just because, the form that they've been on in this last 20 games now has just been crazy. And the thing is, you've had to face some difficult teams, whether it's Champions League against a Benfica, whether it's, cup games against, Atletico Madrid. Like, they've had to play some tough games, within this kind of period, man. So big up to Barcelona. And also, like I said, again, big up to Real Betis, man. Obviously, this is the injury list. It says ISCO might be a doubt for the game. I don't know. So we have to wait and see. Bernal, Olmo, Casado, Christensen, and I think ter Stegen might all be, will all be most definitely out for this game. But listen, man, in terms of, like I said, big up, I keep saying it, big up to Real Betis, but I have to, because, they've just played well this season, man, and I think they deserve to be where they're at this current moment in time. And I feel like since January, that form has really started to, kind of pick up as well. More so since January. I wouldn't say before that. I'd say before then it was kind of a little bit, a bit meh, I would say. But yeah, for some reason since January, I don't know if it's the signing of Antony, but we'll talk about that in a sec. Obviously, ISCO winning the player of the month. ISCO has been in really good form this season. I'll be so honest with you. I mean, you talk about 20 games, 9 goals, 6 assists, 15 GA in 20 games, 10 in 14, in La Liga in itself. He's having a good season. I don't know if he's trying to roll back the years. You know what I'm saying? We all remember ISCO Malaga. Don't know if he's trying to roll back the years, but you know what? He's playing really, really well, for Real Betis. And obviously Manuel Pellegrini winning the manager of the month. But here, I saw this online and I started laughing. I believe this is since Antony came to the football club. Look where Real Betis are. This is where they would be in the table if it was since, Antony walked into the club. I mean, first of all, Getafe are sitting in 4th, which is really, really good for them. Real Betis have only lost 1 game in the last 9. Obviously, Barcelona winning 9 out of 9. They're only 5 points off them in terms of the form, chart, and they're 5 points ahead of Real Madrid, which is obviously massive. Like, when you look at it, and I don't know, is it Antony? Is it really him? You know what I mean? In the 12 games that he's played, he's got 4 goals, he's got 4 assists. You know what I mean? And he helped them again, to defeat Sevilla, in their last match. I don't know what it is. Listen, you go to Manchester United, I keep saying it, this is where dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die. And this is why, people just fail. Oh, let me not say this is why, but for some weird reason, players just go there to just end their careers. Like, you've got to leave that kind of energy. I keep saying it, leave that type of energy over there at Manchester United until they fix or get an exorcism over there at Manchester United. There's really no point in you actually being there. And look, Antony, someone who was actually touted by a lot of clubs prior to his move to Manchester United. So when Man United did sign him, it was a little bit like, oh, you know what? He's actually a decent player, been really, really good for Ajax, etc., etc. When United, man's been playing right wing back and all these kind of weird positions. Now he's at, Real Betis. All of a sudden, oh, look at him. He's performing well. Keep telling you people, man, Manchester United, don't go there. If you want to waste your career, go there. If you don't want to waste your career, do not go to Manchester United. So in terms of Real Betis, in terms of the way that they line up, more often than not, it will be in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Obviously, you can see with ISCO playing in that number 10 role, Antony out there on the right. And we've got Barta, former Barcelona player, obviously over there as well. And this is kind of, again, like I said, how they kind of line up. You can see in the middle of the park, that's something I did notice. In the middle of the park, they do like to keep it quite congested as well. And then, of course, Antony out there on that right-hand side with quite a lot of space, with Isco kind of dropping into that midfield to kind of, again, create those kind of overloads, I'm going to assume. I've not watched too much of Real Betis, but yeah, I believe it's going to be to create those kind of overloads, which then allows for the space on those kind of wide areas. Obviously, Barcelona, man. You know what I mean? I don't think we need to talk too much about, about them. Lamine Yamal. I mean, this is a funny stat, and the stats are becoming quite funny and funny. I feel like we're not creating, because this one's been around for time in terms of shot creating actions from take-ons plus fouls drawn per 90. I don't know. I feel like we're adding things now to stats. I mean, he's second anyway, which is great. Gittins is obviously top. He's another top player. Savinho, he's there. I mean, really and truly, that whole 10 is really, really good players anyway, to be honest with you. Players that I would expect to be in these kind of positions regardless. But yeah, like I said, I just feel like some of these statistics is just kind of miss me with that. But listen, my guy is second, so I'm not really going to complain too much. And then obviously my predicted lineup to face Betis. So obviously I've gone with, of course, Szczęsny, Balde, Martinez, Araujo, who was on the bench against Atletico, and Koundé in at right back. Yeah, you could actually sort Araujo and Koundé, to be fair, but Koundé's been playing well over there in that right back position, so I wouldn't really want to swap that, if I'm being totally honest. Like, you don't need to, you don't need to fix that doesn't need to be fixed. I've gone with Pedri and De Jong in the middle with Rafinha. Now, obviously, Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal, that was always going to happen. I was trying to pick between Fermin and Ferran Torres. I don't know, because I feel like, what's his name? Fermin has been good. I feel like he has been good in these last few games since that international break. And obviously, Barcelona have had to face all of these, these teams anyway, in terms of straight after the international break. He's kind of come in and he's good. He's a good, little, neat player. I feel like he links up really well with whoever's up front, whether it's Lewandowski, whether it's Ferran Torres. So I feel like he can connect a lot better with Rafinha and Lamine Yamal, with obviously Lewandowski. But if you went with Ferran Torres potentially up front or in that number 10, or even out wide, and then maybe you potentially can go Ferran Torres out wide on the left and then put, Rafinha through the middle if you wanted to do that, get a bit more attacking impetus. But I don't know if he's going to go that strong. Or I don't know if he's going to go that attacking, should I say. I don't feel like the game really requires it, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I would say that's my team. But, of course, I'm not going to be mad at, whatever it is that, Hansi Flick obviously goes for him. One of the things I saw or I heard Szczęsny talk about after the game against Atletico was obviously being a little bit more conservative. And as I've said, I love Barcelona's style of football this season. But at times you are getting caught out. And it seems very easy to just play over the top because of the big gaps that you guys leave between goalkeeper and your centre backs, or to be honest, the goalkeeper and the entire defense. There just seems to be this massive gap. So yeah, that's one thing I do definitely look at and think maybe that's something you could potentially, shore up. And obviously Betis are not going to be no mugs. I think it's going to be a difficult game. I'll go with like a 3-1. I'll go with 3-1. I think I was actually spot on for the Girona game, I actually think I predicted that. I can't remember. But I know I predicted it in play while I was watching it. I was like, I bet it's going to be whatever the score was. And they ended up winning, was it 4-1? But yeah, I think yeah, I'll go 3-1 for this one. I feel Betis are going to put up a fight and they're going to make life a bit difficult for us. But yeah, I think Barcelona should have enough, you know, in their game. And of course, listen, look, if Lamine Yamal's on form, Pedri is Pedri. I mean, this guy, honestly, top 3 midfielders in the world, you know, at this current, in terms of for this season anyway. But he's just been so phenomenal, you know, for Barcelona. He just keeps the ball ticking over and over again. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting game, but I'm going to go with a Barcelona victory. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, people, and I'll catch you soon.